Okay, is everybody in?
Mhm.
Yep.
So, Christina, Thomas, Jose.
Yep, I'm good. Just log in.
So, guys, last time I did not introduce to you identity fields. So today we will create table, and that way we will review some of that stuff and also introduce you to identity fields, which are auto-numbered. So we will create table called reviews, for example.
Meant to be screen
I
sharing.
didn't, hold on a second. I will share screen. I forgot about that. Okay, here we go. Got it? Right? Okay.
Yep.
So create table reviews. Oops, I made a mistake here, comma. Okay. How many data types do we have for time?
Isn't it time and timestamp?
Yep. One second. Oh, my bad. I forgot the data type. Okay. Integer. Silly mistake. Timestamp. Of course. Damn. Oh, here we go.
In what chapters are identity fields?
I don't think so. They're in the book.
Okay, okay. Do they always have to be integer?
Well, yeah, because they're auto-numbered.
Auto number. Okay, yeah, okay, yes, yes.
So out of these four fields, the first one is auto. The fourth one has a default. So I will be okay if I provide the values of only the middle two fields. However, I may have to take something like this as an approach. Insert into reviews, and I can list the fields, book ID, and review. Those are the only two fields I will be doing it. And values. Oh, I don't know, I'm making so many spelling mistakes today.
You're missing the table name, right? Oh, reviews is the table.
Yeah, reviews is a table name. I don't know. Okay, book underscore ID. And it's review. Okay. There you go. So after you're done with your insert, you will select the record from reviews and you will see that review ID is 1 automatically assigned and the timestamp is also automatically assigned. And let's do another one. And we will run it again. And you can see it auto numbers to review ID field. And it gets a timestamp.
Is it a good idea to make the identity field the key to the table?
Well, identity field will always be unique
Right.
because we're not cycling it. If somebody cycles it and puts a cap on it, then it is not a good choice. Okay, so I just wanted to touch base on that topic before we go back to our select commands. How about if we do a little bit of a review on some of the table data? And this time, I will be giving you some comments. Let's see if you can pull the SQL out. Select title and category of all books from books table. Let's see if you can write this SQL yourself. And again, this is based on that entity relationship diagram I told you that is given to you under on the Blackboard under course documents. Got it, everybody?
Mhm.
Okay, this is the second one. Got it? Okay. Did we do order by clause, guys?
Um, I think we did.
So if this is the query you have, distinct state from customers YS, order by state, what do you think that will do?
Just ordered alphabetically.
Ascending. And what would you do for it to display in descending order?
DESC, like desk. Yeah.
Yes, yep. Okay. Can you display this output?
I think I got it.
So what do you think? What will you do to display profit?
I did retail minus cost.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So sometimes the reason I gave you this problem is sometimes when the question comes to you to pull some kind of a data from your table, the data may not be there in a field, but you may have to figure it out. So you will take the difference of retail and the cost, and that will be the profit. Okay, now let's take this to the next level. Display book title, retail, and 10% increase in retail. alias as new price.
Hey, we got the Java update warning at the same time.
Hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. It added an extra decimal.
Yeah,
decimal
we'll
place.
look at the decimal placements as our today, but after a few steps. So don't worry about decimals for now. Okay. So what do you guys do here? You grab the title, you grab the retail, and then how did you calculate it? The 10% increase.
I multiplied retail by 1.1.
Right. Okay, retail times 1.1, and you aliases as new price from books. Okay, let's add a couple more things to the same query. Display also old profit and new profit. Okay, you old profit and new profit. So the difference of retail and the cost is the old profit. And difference of 10% increase in the retail minus the cost is the new profit. Okay, everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay, now let's take this to the next level here. Okay, I'll still display the book title, the retail, the cost, the profit, and percentage of profit based on cost for each book.
Like what multiple profit is compared to cost, you mean?
Profit to cost.
Okay. It has added a few decimal places.
So we took the profit and we divided by the cost, and then we multiplied that by 100, and then we concatenated the percentage symbol. Why multiplied by 100? To convert it from decimal to a percent. Now this huge, massive decimals, that's what we will be taking care of next. So what we will do is, we will put one more parentheses around. And this is where we will call the built-in function round. And what we will do is whatever answer gets calculated from here all the way through here, I want it to be rounded to 2 decimal places.
Still has a bunch of decimals.
Yeah, the what you may call it, ACS is doing that. So let's see if we can do this. Okay. If I include round in another function decimal, and I can say, well, I want total of 4 digits, out of which 2 will be decimal. That takes care of that. But the syntax is quite heavy. Okay. Now let's see if you guys can display this output. Okay, everybody got this?
Mhm.
Let's see if you guys can display this one. So remember, the date I gave you is not in the ISO format. When you are using it in the where clause, you got to make sure that you write it in the ISO format. So again, the data given to you may not 100% match in format with the data at hand. So you have to figure that out. So this is where you will say, okay, I will select all the books where the publication date is year-month-date. Okay, everybody got this? Now, in the book on page number 154, it talks about the arithmetic operators. And page 157, it talks about the comparison operators. So based on the comparison operators, from the books table, can you pull all those books where cost exceeds 25? And I would like you to try the same one with all these operators. So when you're done trying line 37 with more than, try it with less than, try it with greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. Test all of them on the same query one by one. And can you guys give me a green check whenever you are done with testing all 6 of them? Okay. So for the next one, I would like to select all books that are more than 18 and less than 30. So one way to solve this would be to select all the books where cost exceeds 18, because I said more than 18, and cost less than 30, because I don't want to include 30. And notice with AND operator, you have to repeat the field name on both sides of AND, because the left side gets evaluated, then the right side gets evaluated, and then AND gets evaluated. So in English, we will write the word cost once, but in programming, you have to repeat it on both sides. How will I write the same using between operator? So who can help us complete the rest of this query using between operator?
Between 18 and 30.
Between 18 and 30. Thank you. Does exactly the same thing as above.
But between is inclusive, right? Between
But
include.
yes, so between is inclusive. I basically will rather do 19 and 29.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so now if you have a query like this, what field will you use in the where clause?
We're category.
Category, very good, you know? So it's quite possible that your statement may not tell you exactly what field you'll be working with. Now also let me be more specific so that you know the word fitness in the database is in all caps. So if you don't use it in all caps, no books will be selected. So if I've been tasked with this, that select all the books where the book name is a name that will come after the letters ST. So I will select all books where the title, because it says after, which operator should I use for after?
I don't.
Greater than.
Huh.
So there are only two books, as you can see by the title. The letters, the first letter is after the letter S. Even if there was an S book, the third letter, the second letter has to be a letter greater than T. Now, the next one that I would like you to solve, let's see, who can get it done? Let me clear out your feedback. So as soon as you get done, let me know. Okay, so 3 people are done. 3 are still working on it. 4 are done. Okay. Okay, everybody got it. Okay, so select start from books where profit. What should I use after that? Where profit what? What operator should I use?
Less than.
Profit is less than 20%. Everybody agree to that?
Profit is less than cost times 0.2.
Yeah.
So let's put the other side of the formula as well. Cost times 0.2. So that's 20% of the cost. List all books that have a profit of less than 20% of the book's cost. So the profit is less than 20% of the book cost. Let's do some math. What is the 20% of the cost for this book? $21.80 times 0.2. It's $4.36, right? So the difference of the two is 3.2. So the profit is not less than, is more than, right? Yes or no? Our profit is 3. Oh, sorry, no, you're right. No. The profit is 3.2. And the 20% of the book cost was 4. So yeah, so 3.2 is less than 4. You're right. Yeah, no, I was thinking something else.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So the profit is 3.2 and the 20% cost was 4. Okay. If I change this to at least 20%, what change will I make to line 53?
You could just make it greater than and equal to.
Hmm. Okay. So I want to display all customer last names. Of course, I have to use customers YS table for that, as you can see in the ER diagram. So I will select last name from customers YS. Okay. What should be my where clause?
I think it would just be I think would it just be last name between A and L?
Then if I do that, the problem is it would not pick up anybody who has a last name more than a letter L. If somebody's last name is Landon, will not be picked because it'll stop at L.
Okay.
So,
Then I guess just yeah.
so inclusive of
That
all L plus letters. Okay, can you do this one? So we selected all the last names from customers where last name is either greater than or equals to M. And then we listed all the last names in ascending order. Similarly, if I am asked to display all books from publisher ID 1, so it's a simple where clause. You'll say select all the books where pub ID is 1, right? But if I say 1, 2, 3, then there are multiple choices. One way to do that would be this is one way. Can you guys tell me 2 other ways of doing the same thing?
I don't know about. Oh, actually, I do know about two others. You could do between, I think.
Pub ID.
And the way I did it was within.
Yeah,
So
that's
pub ID in 1, 2, 3.
all approaches will generate the same output. Can you list all customers not living in Georgia?
Yeah.
So Christian got it. Okay. Jose got it. Oscar got it. Thomas got it. Waiting for Christina and Cameron. Christina got it. And Cameron is working on it. Okay. So what will be my query here? Select star from customers where?
Where state does not equal GA.
Yep. Okay, let's take a break here till 10:30 and then we will start at 10:30. Okay.
Okay.
So before we went on break, we were looking at how you can go about displaying with not equals to operator. Now, let me give you a problem and you give me two solutions for this. So two ways of doing this query. Okay, so besides Cameron, everybody else got this one? So what's your solution number one to doing this problem? Anyone?
Just where category equals fitness or category equals computer.
Okay. And will be the alternate
In.
in. Okay. So if I make that one change, what change will I make to line 72 to fit that new comment?
Is it just not in?
Yep, that's it. Not in. And we'll do it. We'll select everything which is neither fitness nor computer. Similarly, if I go back here and I want to display all books not published by publisher ID 123, I can simply take the same stuff that I did before and I can just not in that. Can I do not between?
I'd think so.
Okay. However, if I make one change that I want all books to be published, but not by the publisher ID 1, 3, and 5, now which one of the two solutions will not work?
Between.
Between, right? So now I would have to, that's the only choice I have, line 78. So I'll now be doing 1, 3, and 5. That's about it. Or I could do publisher ID 1 or publisher ID 3 or publisher ID 5. Okay. Now, if I want to select all computer books from publisher ID 3. Do this one. Select all computer books from publisher ID 3. So what should I type here, guys?
Just where where category equals computer and pub ID equals 3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Can you display all orders YS records? Because then I'll ask you to do a few selections. is there any field that has null values in orders YS table?
Ship date has a few.
Okay, so if I'm being tasked with the following query, that display all orders not yet shipped or have no shipping date. Okay. Oh, still working on it? Okay. So 3 people are done. Okay. We'll give a few more, maybe a minute or so to the others. Four people done. Okay. So what is it that I will write here, guys? Display all records where? Ship date
It is null.
is null. Very good. We should not write equals to because null value does not works with equals to. Equals to works only with a value. Null is not a value. That's why we use is operator. Okay. Similarly, if I want to display all orders, or I should say display all orders, exclude orders not shipped. So now I can do the exact same thing, but is not null. Now I can also go a little bit more specific and not display everything. So if I want to display order number, customer number, order date, and ship date for all shipped orders. I'm going to display the order number, the customer number, the order date, and ship date for all shipped orders. Okay. So what do we do? We just simply list the fields from the table, orders by S, and the where clause stays exactly the same.
On the select statement, can
Mhm.
you change the format from ISO to just USA format, month, day, year?
Well, there are date functions that you can use. SQL gives you a list of date functions, just like we
Okay.
use round and decimal. Yeah. So this is an easy query that I'm giving you to do, because then we will use this query as the basis for our next set of queries. So select all books in the ascending order of their category. Okay. Simple query. Now let me do only a selected field selection from this table. I want to select the publication ID. I want to select the category. And I want to select the cost. Okay, these three fields I want to select. They're all, let's say we want to order them by their publisher ID. So you will be able to see all the pub1 records and pub2 records and pub3 records and pub4 records and then pub5 records. Right? That's how it is. Okay. Now, within a publisher, you have multiple categories. Are there any publishers with multiple categories?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, if I want the categories within the publisher to also be in order, right now, if you notice, in publisher 5, it is first family, which is F, then children, which is C, then literature, that's L. I want it to be in alphabetical order as well. So I want C first, then F, then L. So I can have the second layer in the order by. So this is how it will function. It will first list all the records by publisher ID. And within publisher ID, it will list all of them by category. Okay, so this is how, when you start putting in multiple fields in order by, the first field is the first order by field, and within each occurrences of that, the second field kicks in. Okay, now when I rerun this query, I notice, for example, let's say in publisher ID 3, all books are computer, right? In publisher ID 3, all books are computer, and their price or their cost is not in order. So I can also take care of that. I want all books within the same category to be in the descending order of their cost. Order of their pub ID, in ascending order of their pub ID, within each publisher, display by the category in ascending order. Then within each category, display cost in descending order. So what does that tell you? That as soon as I am looking at any given publisher, any given category, if there are multiple books by that publisher in that category, then the very first book is the most expensive book. So in the other way around, somebody could rephrase this as, give me the most expensive book. Give me the listings with most expensive book in each category within each publisher to be right at the top of the list. So this will help you if you're, for example, if you're running a report, you grab this data and you put it in an RPG report, you can, and then you can have these breaks within. So you could probably do this break on publisher, and that way you will have the rest of the records in the order of the most expensive book within each category. So that's how you will do it. Okay. Okay, let's say if I want to select all not shipped orders to the state of Florida. How about you write this query? Okay. So we will select all the orders where ship date is null and the ship state is Florida. We haven't used character fields that much in the where clause, which will now going to start working with character fields with text pattern recognition. So for example, I want to select all the books where title contain the word to. So if I do select star from books, where title equals to 2, That would not work, because that will only look for those books which has the title equals to the word to. So therefore, to fix this problem, SQL gives you another operator called like. Okay. And with like, you can do patterns. Anything that may start with anything, end with anything. All I'm looking for is the word to. Sorry, hold on a second. Do we have books with to? Or let me see. Somewhere. I don't even remember now. Let's see. If I do, maybe. Or is it? Oh, it's all uppercase. My bad. It's all uppercase. Yeah, here we go. These are the books which has the word to anywhere in the name. So like, for example, the walkway to, how to, and then we have building a car with toothpicks. So toothpick starts with TO. Similarly, select all those books where title starts with the word how. So when you're doing starts with, then you drop the first percent. You only write the word as a starting, followed by percent means whatever, followed by that. So all the how-to books will be listed. Select all books where title ends in the letter R. So you can do start with, ends with, and something that comes in between. Let's go to page 161 of your books. This is where you can see in figure 6-22, the use of the not in the where clause, where the city is not Albany. We looked at that before. Turn over to page 162 that talks about using ands and or in the where clause. So we are selecting all those customers where ID is 24690 and the order total exceeds 200. So that's one category. Or the order date is after May 5th, 2011. So since we are looking at the orders table, the same customer might have placed multiple orders, but we are only interested in those orders from these customers that exceed 200. And we are looking for or anything that was ordered by anybody after the May 5th, 2011. Okay. Next comes the between operator on page 163, which we already talked about. Then page 163 also talks about not between, which is not in the range. Then comes page number 164. Page 164 is where the like operator is displayed. Let me do one query here real quick. Yeah, we don't really have any word like that over here. Well, okay, I'll tell you why I was looking here in just a minute. But let's look at page 164. We're looking for any customer with the word steel in the name. That's page 164. Then page 165, the top one, we're looking for all those employees where their name starts with a letter R. Okay. Now, the example 22B at the bottom of page 165, this is extremely beneficial if you have words where one letter is different. For example, if somebody's name was Rick and somebody's name was Mick, and you want to pick up anybody whose name has ICK in the second, third, fourth placeholder, it could be after that Mickey or Ricky or Rick, whatever it is, the first letter could be different. So do you guys see how we do that in example 22B? That for one missing letter, we use underscore, right? For one missing letter, we use underscore. If there are two missing letters, then you will use two underscores. This way, the system knows for sure that you're looking for one letter, the first letter or the second letter. Whatever letter you put an underscore in, it knows that this is the letter that is different. The rest of the structure can be the same. For example, we have Casey with K and Casey with C. You are not sure about the first letter. The rest of the spelling is the same. So you can do things like that. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. Then comes page number 166. Page 166 talk about the in operator. The in operator, in which you can see multiple cities are listed. We already looked into that. And this will pick anybody who is in Detroit, Portland, or Boston, okay? And another way to do the same thing is on page 167, where with an or clause. Okay, now look at page 168. This is something what we just did with the order by clause, that the author on page 168 in example 25 is picking all those ship cities, customer names, and customer IDs from customers. First of all, order them by the ship city. Now, within the same city, there are multiple customers, so then order them by the customer name. So that's why if you look at the output, within the same city, all customers are in the alphabetical order. Okay. Then look at page 169, example 26. We are selecting the ship city, the customer name, the customer ID from customers, order by ship city, descending. So that's why all the cities are in the descending order. And the customer name is within that city is still in the ascending order. So all the Albany name, even though Albany is at the bottom of the list, but all the names are in the ascending order. Any questions so far?
None from me.
No.
I want to give you guys a problem based on stuff that I have not talked about yet. Let's see if you can research and find the solution yourself. This is just an example or an activity where, you know, in a typical workplace, you may not know everything ahead of time. So this is the problem. Display the order number, the customer number, the order date, the ship date, you know all these fields, right? And number of days between order date and ship date for all orders which were shipped. So this is the challenge part, 120. Let's set aside maybe, let's say 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. So I'll check back at 11:20 to see who has it. Okay, so do we have an answer?
Yep.
So
I have.
an answer.
So there's the days function, and so what I did was just take days of ship date minus days of order date, and then alias those is just a day difference.
Okay, okay. Everybody who got it found the same solution? Use the built-in function days.
I was trying to use the date difference and it wouldn't let me.
And that worked for you?
Oh, that's why I was getting frustrated because it should work, but it won't. But this does the same thing.
I mean, does it even let you do math directly on the date type?
I don't think so.
Because I think a nicer solution, if it exists, would just be to do just the order date minus, or ship date minus order date, and just take the days of that result instead of subtracting the 2
If we
days.
try to do that, let's
more
see, if we
elegant.
drop this built-in function.
Yeah. I kind of doubt it'll work,
It
but it would
worked
be
for
nice if
me.
it did. Oh,
It
did
worked, but you have to use day, not dates. And I get the same result.
Huh.
Directly?
Yeah, I mean, ship date minus order date. But use the day function, not days. Just day, D8Y.
Oh yeah, no, we were doing it without any function.
Oh, no, without any function. I don't think it's gonna
Without
work.
any function.
I did it with the function, day, and it worked.
See, do you see here 1006? Between the March and the April, it is giving 116 days, which is not correct. Without the function.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
With the function, I get the right numbers.
But with the function,
yeah,
it gives you the correct numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. So without the function, it may work in some cases, like here it worked on the first row. But the second row, it goofed. No, second row also it worked fine. Third row, it worked fine. Worked, but then started goofing off. So that's why, and you said you use the day function, right?
Yes. I try both with the days and day function. I mean, it worked fine.
But it's giving me negative. Oh, you would have to switch.
Yes, I have the ship first.
Yeah. So you have to do the order date first, and then you got to do the ship date.
No, reverse. In reverse. Ship date first.
Ship date first, because it is giving me negative numbers with that.
Because you are putting the order date first, I think.
No, I have ship date minus the order date.
Oh, I see. But I don't have, I just have ship date minus order date.
Oh, in one day function.
That's right, in one day function.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you got it, just like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. See, we have multiple ways of solving the same problem. But here it made a mistake. On 1005, see, it give you only 12 days. And there should be like a lot more than 12 days.
Yeah, 1005, I get 43 days.
See, and when I'm running it, I'm getting 12 days for 1005. And you have the same date, March 4th and April 16th?
March 4, April 16, yes, 43 days.
Wow.
Ship day minus order date.
For some reason, these two are not working for me. Until and unless I use the days. The days worked fine.
100. Yes, for me, both when I use either function, the day or the days, it works. I mean, I get the same output.
Interesting. How about the rest of you? Can one of you also try to use both day and days to see if you get the exact same output?
Days does not work. It complains that the type's wrong. Day does work, but I get the same thing as you where it's incorrect.
For you, days did not work, period?
Yeah, days just errors.
I mean, like what I wrote on line 123 errors out for you?
No. 128 adding, yeah.
Oh, no. Don't add S to 128. No. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So when you also tried using this approach, you also got incorrect output for a couple of them? The day approach?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I mean, this select statement with the day is correct. It's the same thing I get when I use the days function. I mean, the output is fine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get it as to why you can see the output correctly and I don't.
But you do. I mean, this is fine. What I see on your screen is fine.
No, but this is not from this run. This is from the top run. If I run the bottom one,
do the bottom one, what do you get?
I get 26 days. No, that's correct.
That looks fine too.
No, here.
No.
For 1005, 1006, and 1007, that is incorrect. Because between March 4th and April 16th, you'd have more than 12 days.
Yes, I get different numbers.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
I will show you what let's see. I will show you what I did.
You want to share your screen?
No, send this. Okay, I can do. Yeah. Can you see it? No.
Let me move a few windows around. Just 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Can you scroll down in your output, please?
Oh, here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yep.
Good. So I'm using this second select statement here.
Wow. Interesting.
And if I
no. You also got the wrong output.
Now, yeah. I don't know, but before,
Maybe you are running line 11, thinking you're running line 12.
okay, fine. The cursor is right there. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason it goes to down.
Yeah, so it was if
Yeah.
you if you run line 12, you'll get the exact same output as I'm getting, which is incorrect for a few months.
Yeah,
Today.
no, you're right. There's something wrong with the day. This second one doesn't work correctly, I don't think. Anyway, so
Okay. Okay.
this is probably not right. So this is correct, yes.
Okay. Sure. So let's drop this one. And
Yes.
we'll just use the days one. Okay.
Because this is how the book does it, like this.
Oh, using the day function?
The days, yeah, the book,
Oh, the days. Okay.
yeah, the days function.
Okay. Now, one last one, and then we're going to call it a day. This is an easier one that I would like you to do. Oh, so those of you who have given me the green checks is for this one, or is it from the previous one?
I finished.
Okay. So we are selecting the title. And what should I do after that?
Concat the square bracket.
Then,
Then concat the category. Then concat the closing bracket.
Okay, so can you guys look at assignment number 3 under assignments? Let me make one change to this. I think the date I got is wrong. Okay, now it's fine. So assignment number 3. Some of these I have done with you guys in class. Some of these I did not. So you got to check. I wasn't sure which one I did or not. So the ones I did it in class with you guys, you already have the solution for those. Others you can do yourself. But remember to use that format when you're submitting your work that I showed you that's in the book. Okay. So if you haven't completed the quiz, for those of you who didn't, the quiz is available under the quiz, review 3. And then that's all for today.